So hello guys, welcome back to another Black Templars update. So I haven't managed to get as much as I hoped, and I'm actually 2-3 weeks behind on the actual schedule of what it done. I have fell behind on so many little minor projects, like finishing off the rest of the Soul Brethren, getting the last Devastate unit done, and finishing off the next Crusader squad. So I've fallen behind on them too. So what I've managed to get done is I've managed to make a start on the Devastators and get 5 Assault Marines finished. So we'll take a look at the Assault Marines first. So there is the Captain, the Sergeant, with Eviscerator and Storm Shield or Combat Shield. So I've gone for the effect of them actually jumping instead of them being fixed to the ground. I've used Guitar String as the pin, as it's more flexible, and if you drop it, it's got a bit of movement in it, so the model shouldn't land and smash into a gajillion pieces. So there's the Sergeant with the Eviscerator. Then we have, well, all these guys are the same. I'm not doing the special weapons till last. I've got 2 more Marines to do, then I go buy another box. So we've got this guy kind of lunging forward, shooting his bolt pistol off. Red trims for the fast attack markings, purity seals. They were a bit of a longer jet stream for now this one. They looked a lot better in my head when I thought of this idea. But I quite like it. I've never been the best of sculptors, but it gives off the effect that they jump in. And we have, this is probably my favourite guy. I like this new pose for the chainsaw where he's got it like across his chest like that, so he looks like he's jumping down and ready to strike someone or something. All depends what it is in the 41st universe. So same with him again. The new Assault Marine pack is well worth the 25 quid I paid for compared to the previous one. There's so much more you can do with it, so many more weapon options. I'll show you the leftover sprues. Well, I've used a couple of bits from the leftover sprues, but I still got loads left to use up, so I would highly recommend getting this kit anytime. Well worth the 25 quid. We kind of got this guy running in the air, jumping down. So there's the Assault Marine. Sprue wise, I've got right here. Now I've only used about an extra 10 parts on other kits on this, but you got all those torsos left, all these weapon options by here, leftover heads, pistols, shoulder pads. The new backpacks are actually really nicely detailed. I might pick up a new tactical squad box just so I can add it to my army and just see what that's like. So I'm gonna add the rest of the army. See, when they get knocked. And they get knocked, a bit of movement in them, so well, that one always falls over. I didn't kind of get the centre of gravity right on that one, but they are pretty much good to go. So, and then here's the next one. These floor pieces for bases are going to be pretty cool. I'm going to use them on something else, probably something for my guard instead, because I think they look better on them. Flamers, plasma pistols. I mean, the amount of plasma pistols. How many plasma pistols do you get in this kit? 1, 2, 3. You get 3 plasma pistols, 5 bolt pistols, 1 grav gun, 1 grav pistol. Yeah, so you're getting a total of 9. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get a total of 9 bolt pistol options. You get Eviscerator, Power Sword, Lightning Claw, Power Axe, Power Fist, and a Storm Shield for the Sergeant. You get a lot in this box set, which is actually quite nice, and 2 flamers. So that's what you get in total with the Assault Marines. I really do like this cat. I love this guy. So that's the Assault Marines we're actually done. I got another 2 to paint with flamer weapons, and then I got to buy a box just to finish off another 3 with just chainsaws. That's my assault marine attachment done. What else have you? Oh yeah, the start on the Devastators. So the next Devastator unit is a missile launcher one. This will cover my anti-aircraft. So we've got two here with the actual backpacks. These are the two which I've managed to get salvaged from some parts, the backpacks. So they got like the missile feeded backpacks and all gubbins and everything all of them. So that's the first two. Then I got these two which I did have from previous tactical squad weapon options, but they were never viable in a mobile army in a tactical squad having missile launchers. So I had four, so I'm making a Devastator unit. Because I think for the battle company you need 2 assault marine units, 2 Devastator units, 60 tactical marines. I can't remember how it goes, but yeah. So I'm nearly done the entire my entire company. Well, Crusades don't really have a number, they just because, but for the formation purposes I'm doing a company. So, and then we have the 4 bolt marines which are again ready to be based and primed, ready to go. So this will bring up the unit to a total of, hold on, I'm missing one marine here. Oh, here he is. That brings them up to a total of 9, and the sergeant I've just primed as well. So all my sergeants, these have stone bolters, because these are more of a ranged unit, so I didn't really want to give him a bolt pistol, so I gave him a stone bolter for the 24-inch 2 shots, so maximising firepower over there. The other thing I've nearly done, I just got to paint the weapon for it, is another Rhino. So this is the one which Chris Gibbs gave to me, so it's actually finally done. The other thing I changed, Chris, was the front, so I had one of these to go with, and the doors. So we got another jazzed up Rhino. Yeah, completely covered in markings. Then an embossed green stuff and embossed shield onto the top doors. And as usual with all my tanks, all the interior is painted and grimed up. So that's the Rhino. I'm sorry, I'm really rushed for time at the moment, so I haven't really got much to talk about. I gotta get this out there. There will be a better update. I'm just really busy. I've managed to actually, there was a couple of defects on the assault on the Tech Marine when I was playing a game with it. Really good option now, I would say, for the Space Marines. To make it easier to transport, magnetised backpack with a pin to hold it in place, because this is really heavy for a chunk of metal. So that's the backpack, lots of colours for the cables, symbols everywhere for the Mechanicus, and the actual Marine himself. I liked him with his bolter and his Morgan. Don't ask why he's on a Terminator base. I always thought these did come on a Terminator base, because I thought him being on a little bloody base like that just, it doesn't look great to me. It doesn't look like he fits, so I always liked him on the Terminator base. So he's near enough on the right size. So he's got his bolter there, and I always like the look of him with bolters in his hand, and they're actually a really good option. I would advise people to at least try and play a game with one of these. They're really fun models to play with. So that's the old metal one, really, really, really heavy. Don't want to drop it. What else? Oh, one thing I have spent hours upon hours working on is he's now being repainted to a much higher quality. I've just got a couple more things to do on him. Just need to finish the sword. I've just done all the brass work on him. So it's really shiny on camera. So that's the Empress Champion repainted. Clothwork I was really happy with how that came out. So I just got to pick up on a couple of details and try and get this embroidery in the sword to come out. It's a really old model, so it's going to be pretty hard to do. So that's the Empress Champion. So it doesn't look like I fell behind by much, but I really have. The next thing I'm going to be doing now is painting another 7 sword brethren, and these ones are also from Chris Gibbs, and he's actually managed to give, and I've actually got got a really nice set of fine cast. I know I just said really nice and fine cast in the same sentence, not normal, but so I got, he sent me some sword brethren which were fine cast and really nice. So I wanted a veteran sergeant but I wanted 2 lightning claw guys and 2 power weapon guys, so I had to do a bit of chopping. And oh yeah, and this is the thunder hammer from the assault marine kit. So yeah, you do get a thunder hammer in the assault marine kit as well. So I've decided to call this guy 4, because he's got a hammer and he thinks he's cool. So yeah, I've cut this guy out now off his original chainsword, and I gave him a thunder hammer, and I just got to do some work on the backpack for him. So that's going to be the veteran sergeant. So there's lots going on, lots I really need to catch up on. Still working on more devastating marines. I got 2 las cannon dudes to do. I got so much to do. It's such a little time. So sorry for the very rushed update. I would love to spend more time talking about what's going on, but I really am busy at the moment. So thanks for watching, guys. Thank you for all the people who've actually subscribed. I'm nearly at 200 now. Last time I checked, I'm at 178. So 22 more subscribers to go, and I'm at 200, which I've got a massive competition aimed for. So hopefully I'll get there. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.